Boatman's lesson. In a small, peaceful village by the river, there lived a man named Sammy. He was known throughout the village as a skilled boatman. Every day, Sammy ferried villagers across the wide river, guiding them safely through calm waters and sudden storms. People trusted him with their lives, for his hands were steady and his heart was kind. But deep inside, Sammy carried something far heavier than passengers or cargo. It was not a weight in his hands or on his boat, but in his heart. Years ago, in a tragic accident on the river, he had lost his younger brother. Since that painful day, Sammy blamed himself. Whenever he closed his eyes, the memory returned like a haunting shadow. What if I had done this differently? What if I had been more careful? Could I have saved him? These questions became stones of regret that weighed down his spirit. Slowly his smile faded. He no longer laughed with the villagers by the evening fire. His steps became heavy, and his eyes carried sorrow that no one could miss. One morning, a little girl named Amina came to his boat. She had big, curious eyes that sparkled like the morning sun. As she stepped into the boat, she looked at Sammy and asked gently, "Uncle Sammy, why do you look so sad all the time?" Sammy sighed deeply. "Child, I carry a heavy weight, a weight from yesterday." Amina tilted her head thoughtfully, then said, "But uncle, if you carry yesterday, how will you see today?" Her words were simple, yet they struck Sammy's heart like lightning. That evening he sat quietly by the riverbank, watching the water flow endlessly toward the sea. The river never held on to anything. It didn't cling to yesterday's rain or yesterday's storms. It simply moved forward. Sammy realized that he was doing the opposite. He had been trying to carry the river's stones in his own boat. Memories, guilt, and pain that only weighed him down. That night, for the first time in years, Sammy closed his eyes and whispered, "I will not carry the stones anymore." The next morning, as the sun painted the sky in gold, Sammy stepped into his boat with a lighter heart. He smiled at the villagers waiting to cross, and even at the rising sun itself. For the first time in many years, he felt free. Sammy understood that remembering his brother did not mean drowning in guilt. Instead, it meant honoring his memory by living fully, by smiling again, and by moving forward just like the river. And so the boat rocked gently across the water. The past was behind him, the future ahead, and today was a gift waiting to be unwrapped.